Floods are an annual phenomenon in the Southeast Asian nation of 33 million people due to the northeast monsoon that brings heavy rain from November to March.
So, what is a flood phenomenon? Based on World Health Organization, flood is categorized under natural disaster. Flood in Malaysia is one of the most regular natural disasters that affecting the country, which occur nearly every year, especially during the monsoon season. The coasts of the Peninsular Malaysia are the most prone to the flooding, especially during the northeast monsoon season from October to the March. But how can a flood happen? This happens when a large amount of water floods in and submerges normally dry terrain. In coastal areas, floods are frequently produced by torrential rains, quick snowmelt, or a storm surge from a tropical cyclone or tsunami. Floods are known to cause total loss on communities, causing death and damage to personal property as well as significant public health infrastructure. Now, let's move on to our second slide, which is the history of flood in the Malaysia. Muar River Basin has been subjected to regular flooding. Floods were documented between December 1926 until November 1979. A number of significant rainfall events have resulted in flooding throughout the Muar River Basin catchments. There was a total of 29 flood incidents between 1980 until 2010 have resulted in flooding throughout the Muar River Basin catchments. Last but not least, in the recent flood, which is in December 2022, the worst flood that caused loss of lives and total loss of property that devastated multiple states including Selangor, Negeri Sembilan, Kelantan, Pahang, and also Terengganu. CNN also states that the flood has affected a total of 125,090 across the country. So, according to the environmentalist Renat Siu, floods that devastated multiple states is a clear illustration of an unpredictable meteorological events as a result of rising carbon emissions. CO2 is a greenhouse gas that absorbs heat and prevents it from escaping from our atmosphere. All this changes the global temperature average. There could be three possible causes. The first one is excessive pumping of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Second is rapid urbanization, industrial processes, and the construction of new structures release additional carbon and other greenhouse gases into the environment. This situation makes our atmosphere hotter. The third one is cutting down big swaths of CO2, which absorbing trees to make space for agriculture and new developments, or collecting lumber to build a new product can release CO2 into the atmosphere. There are some suggested mitigation. The first one is the government is encouraged to strengthen its early warning systems so that the future major flood catastrophes can be properly managed. Second is the government should pass a climate change legislation that takes a holistic approach to climate change, from policy to catastrophe response. Number 3. State officials should concentrate their efforts on preserving forests, constructing environmentally friendly structures, and encouraging citizens to practice environmental ethics. The fourth one is that individuals and corporations can participate in groups that implement energy efficiency, reforestation, and renewable energy programs. To conclude my presentation, improving the health of our environment takes a global effort, but we should always play our role in preserving our planet for a better future.